Everybody. All right. Hi, everybody. How are you? This is Will, your host of the live broadcast event show for the SHIB community. And we're talking about the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. If anyone's interested in coming in and saying hello, we're live. For your entertainment purposes, we are here to broadcast this live show to increase the amount of awareness for SHIB, also to drive in the value that's being added constantly as the reduction of SHIB circulating supply is being dwindled away. This causing even more adoption for every single person on the planet to take advantage of it. Share as we dare. We are now live for your entertainment purposes. We're going to share because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So sad. No one. Jesus Christ. No, that's a sin. Okay, where are we? We are here. I'm going to copy it. We want to paste it. Hello, Betty Lou. Goodbye. Hello, Betty Lou. Goodbye. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hold on, I'm going to shrink it down for you guys. Hold on, your party hats. There we go. So proof is in the pudding, right? So when you reduce the circulating supply of SHIB, you're increasing the value. Now, I don't know how many people realize this. Share the link. Right. I don't know how many people realize it, but there's a few people that should be aware of it. Because every time we reduce the circulating supply, what does that do for you? That increases your value in SHIB. And SHIB right now is the price. We'll get right into that. Is 401546 for $15.65 buys you 1 million SHIB. So pretty much everywhere in the world can afford this currency at this price. And what do we recommend, everybody? Because we are not financial advisors, we can say that buying a lottery ticket's worth of SHIB is pretty much where you'd want to be. So buying it on a weekly basis, depending on how many times you buy a raffle ticket. That's the whole thing. So if you buy a ticket for a lottery, your main lottery is once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month. That's how often you buy SHIB. So you DCA in? No. You continually buy it at a lottery ticket's worth because SHIB fluctuates in value. People don't see that value, gives you an opportunity to buy it at extremely low values. That's the whole purpose of it. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that, but that's the truth of it. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a lot of money back out of it. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for an explosion in SHIB's price value. Because we are undervalued. We are so undervalued in SHIB. SHIB is next to Bitcoin when it comes to market sentiment, not market value, market sentiment. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. So we should be around the $350 billion market cap to the $500 billion market cap on the top end. We are nowhere near that level. And if you really want to get concerned, watch the videos of the previous videos. It'll tell you exactly why that is. Okay. If you watch my previous videos, talks about the golden goose being SHIB, of course, and then the massive reductions in SHIB circulating supply increases even more demand as more and more people realize that the exchanges hold all the power because they're the ones that's buying and selling on your behalf, right? So you're buying it, you pay a fee. The person that's selling it also pays a fee. So you guys, so one the seller he's getting a fee. He has to pay a fee. The buyer has to pay a fee. That fee, that transaction, is only one transaction, right? But there's two parts to it. Exactly. So if there's 5 million transactions, that tells you that there's 10 million buy and sell orders. Okay, it's double. So if we go and look at SHIB right now, and it is trading at 12 trillion in volume, that is very low, right? But that's 12 trillion SHIB's trading hands at this valuation, which means that people aren't paying attention. That's exactly what that means. They're not paying attention at all. If they were paying attention, they would understand that I'm selling it and someone else is benefiting from it, the sell order to the buy order. Someone else is benefiting from that. Now, once the volume goes up to 5 to 10 billion dollars in transactions, those exchanges should be taking benefits of that and then reducing the circulating supply of SHIB because it's going to increase even more demand, more inflows, and then you have more transactions. So then it goes from 5 to 10 billion dollars in transactions to 20 to 30 billion dollars in transactions. Wait a second for it. Wait for it. That means there are people. That means the exchange is going to make even more money because of the inflows and outflows in SHIB, creating more demand. So then we have 30 to 40. Now we have 50 to 60 billion dollars in transactions back and forth. And guess what's going to grow on top of that? The people piling into SHIB because they realize, hey, wait a second, I'm missing the boat on this. I'm going to miss an amazing opportunity to make money because it's reducing its circulating supply. Now, once this happens, once the reduction happens, is it immediate? No, it's not immediate. It takes months. The psychology of it is backwards. Okay, you would think that people would be like art, right? Oh, there's only one Picasso. There's only one Michelangelo painting of its kind. So it should drive the price of it extremely high. But if Michelangelo made 10 of these copies, the price of each of them drop off. But now all of a sudden one got caught in a fire, one got destroyed by a family member. Now there's only 8 left in circulating supply. That drives up the remaining 8 of them astronomically, and it happens immediate. It's not, there's no waiting 3 to 4 months to find out, hey, guess what? There's less of these available. As soon as they know that they're destroyed, boom, price jumps. That's what happens with SHIB. No, SHIB takes time. People's psychology has to work in there. There's less supply. Okay, for instance, Vladimir Buterin burned 410 trillion SHIB. And everybody was expecting the price to instantly increase. It didn't. It took a 30% decrease, not an increase. People looked at it backwards. So if you were to take in the US dollar or the Chinese yuan or the Japanese yen, and you were to say, okay, we're going to start reducing the fiat currency, people have a better understanding that, hey, we're reducing the yen, therefore the yen is going to go up in price. Exactly. But when it comes to SHIB and cryptocurrencies, they don't understand that concept. That hasn't sunk in yet. And it will, but I don't know when it's going to happen. And when it does, it's going to be exponential rise in value. So you want to sit and wait, but you don't want to put everything into it because you don't know how long it's going to take for that psychological era to come up. When Vladimir Buterin burned the 410 trillion, it took 4 months. And then you saw a rise in 72,000%. 72,000% over the next 4 months. And then back in 2023, late 2023, Shibarium releases its numbers to reduce SHIB circulating supply from, and they reduced it by 300,000, 306,000, 307,000, somewhere around there, of SHIB in USDT, and that turned out to be 56 billion, but it was 13 or 14 billion in November, 17, 18 billion in, and then the remaining of it in January. 3 months of burns. March comes up. Now, February, nothing happens. It's consolidation time. March comes up. March explodes. 7x your money. 7x. Okay? 6 to 7x your money. What did people do with it? They start selling off of it because there's no what? There's no follow through. You have to burn it for people to see it. And if you burn it, that means you're driving up, and the volume went through the roof. It went to 5 to 6 billion transactions per day, USDT. This is USDT, 5 to 7 billion, 6 to 7 billion in transactions per day for 43 days. Now, that doesn't mean that the price continued to go up. It means that it went up, and then it slowly came down. And then it took May, April, May, and it pretty much gave back all the way down to 22, right? So it went to 45 just briefly, and then it dropped from 45 all the way back down to 22 in 2 months. 2 months it dropped, but it never went back down to the 5088, 5084, right? It never dropped back down there. It did just briefly touch 1,000 when it went down, but we've constantly reducing SHIB circulating supply. That number has not translated at all into the rebound in SHIB at all. So all the burns that were accumulated, that means the Binance reduced 4 billion SHIB last year. That has not translated into the climb in SHIB. The what is it? 20 billion that was decreased. That also has not translated into SHIB circulating supply. It does not, has no effect on the price. That means that eventually that will have an impact in price. It just doesn't right now. And when can we see that? Well, that's a good question. No one has a crystal ball as of yet. Right? So that was a more brief explanation of it. And what we talk about SHIB 50/50 raffle. Let's get into the statistics. Okay. So yesterday I had 3 visitors on the website. The previous day was 2 visitors, and the day before that was 5 visitors. I'm up to 860 visitors on the old website. The new website isn't launched yet. I'm working on. I'm still working on getting that. What am I working on? Still working on getting exposure. No, I'm still working on exposure. Yes, but I'm also working on other aspects of it. Hold on to your party hats. Hold on to your party hats. Hello, everybody. Is everybody on vacation? Nobody's on tonight? That's interesting. Hello, everybody. Is everybody on vacation? Hello, Jason Cox. Hello, Prince Williams. Hello, everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast, and we're going to get right into some information here. Uh, all right. Yeah, so we are live for everyone to take part in and have fun. I'm going to share some links with you. I'll share this one. This is the price of SHIB as it is as we speak right now. We don't talk about charts, and there's a reason for it. On this channel, we don't talk about charts at all. Okay, so the reason why we don't talk about charts is because SHIB is constantly reducing its circulating supply. At any given moment, SHIB could explode. Now, tomorrow morning, it could erupt. Tonight, it could erupt. Reduction in SHIB circulating supply, like I said before, has not taken any event, and it could explode at any time because we went down when we're reducing more and more circulation, more and more circulating supply. So as we reduce more and more circulating supply, we should increase in value, not decrease in value, not decrease in price. So when we have these decreases, like it comes down and then it comes back up, it's very evident that people aren't paying attention to what's going on in SHIB, because if they did, they would never sell this to this level. They would always be buying or trying to accumulate because we're constantly adding value. And that's what we want to stress on to everybody. It's very, very important that everybody understand that concept, that we are constantly adding value. We are providing you with information. And now the SHIB 50/50 raffle, you can buy tickets from the main website right now. It's just a couple of step process that I don't think people like. You have to go on, copy the QR code or the wallet address, put it into your put it on your exchange and say you want to transfer funds. Pick the amount of funds that you want to transfer. Please keep in mind it's going to tell you the amount that's going to cost, and transfer it to BitMart. Once it's transferred, you fill out a form. The form is just two forms. One is the invoice form from webinar, and then the other one's from us, the autoresponder. So the autoresponder tells me, lets me know that you bought the tickets directly. So then I go and check my BitMart account. I then give you the tickets that's suitable. So then I send you the ticket information via. Now, with the new website, we want to do that automatically. So when you buy your tickets instantly, the tickets numbers are given to you directly. There's only one form to fill out, and that's on the website, and then that's it. You've just filled it out, you send it in, you get your tickets instantly. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to participate in it. And then what does the 50/50 raffle do for you? Everybody wins in the SHIB 50/50 raffle. The winner obviously wins the most because they win all that money. Okay, they win all that SHIB. Once you win all that SHIB, you're good to go, right? And then you wait for the burn. So then we do a live burn. We do a live generator. They're on live generator. We punch in the numbers. The numbers go into a draw or raffle barrel. That barrel spins at so many seconds, and then you then it picks it for you. Now the first number we don't the numbers we go through are we pick numbers. We don't pick numbers. What we do is we pick seconds. So every second we do a click, 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 and then we ask the audience, where do you want us to stop on the clicks? And that's when we do it live for everybody to take part in. So what does that do? It gives everybody the opportunity to take part in the raffle. For one, that's community driven. So everybody is able to take some sort of inkling or some sort of knowledge of that they had something to do with the raffle draw. And then we give the winner, whoever the winner is, we give them their money. send it to them, and then we get confirmation live, right? Everything has to be live. So they're going to make a statement saying that thank you so much, and then we're going to post their winnings on the website. And probably won't be their picture, but it's going to be the end of their wallet address that they won this amount, and then we burned this amount, and that burn's going to be highlighted right in lights, and it's going to show you the amount of tickets that are now available for sale, along with, because we're going to have a deduction in ticket sales as more and more SHIB is reduced. So the whole idea of this is a worldwide event is that everybody wins in the raffle draw. So everybody has an opportunity to make enormous sums of money. That's the whole purpose of the raffle. It's just to speed things up. Things are going to get sped up because what's going to happen with the exchanges once the exchanges catch on? I'm shocked they haven't already. It's just nerves, I think, on their behalf because, I got to wait 4 months. Listen, you're waiting 4 years for the next bull cycle for every cryptocurrency to take off. SHIB, you don't have to wait. All you have to do is burn. Wait 4 months, boom, you're back in the game. After it subsides and everybody starts to sell off, boom, another reduction in SHIB circulating supply. Do the same thing. Eventually, it's going to be within days. The burn's going to happen. Boom, it's going to go up. All this volume is going to take place because they're anticipating the consistency, right? So it's just the driving force behind it. You got to start it off. It starts off slow, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, a week. Boom, 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 boom. And then you're just reducing, constantly reducing. But you don't want to do it right away, right? You don't want to do that reduction, because what's going to happen is people are going to get scared, right? They don't understand what's going on. And then that starts another problem because the psychology, they can't keep up with it. And then their fear now is that they're going to miss out completely. So then they put everything into it because of all these deductions going on. But the problem is that those deductions can't continue to rise and fall like that. They just can't, right? So, and from the exchange's point of view, they want to make as much money as possible, as humanly possible. So they're rushing to make these deals because they know it's going to add to their value. And every time it does a reduction, SHIB is gaining more and more value, more and more price action. Therefore, they're making even more and more money, not only on buying and sell orders, but now they're making more and more money, period, because SHIB's price is going to reflect in that tone. But SHIB's price won't reflect completely in that tone unless we start getting under $1 trillion. Then we're in the billions, and then it gets under 500 billion, and then it gets on, and that's when it starts to explode. Because now you have the world's population focused on SHIB because they understand where the money's going. So once it gets to 500 billion, then it gets to 100 billion, then 50 billion, and then 20 billion. All of a sudden, everybody starts to understand this concept that SHIB is irrelevant. SHIB's relevant, not irrelevant. SHIB's relevant, and that if you want to make money, you better be in it because God knows what's going to bring tomorrow. If we go to 18 billion, we go to 14 billion. If we go to 3 billion, what does that mean for price? Price is going to be somewhere around the $20 to $50 range. No, probably around the $100 range for USDT for SHIB, $100. And then people are starting to understand what that means because now all of a sudden there's lots and lots of fear. Now that would put the market around 300 billion. That's exactly where we expect SHIB to be at all times, right? $300 billion, $300 billion market cap. Now, can it go higher than that? Absolutely, but chances are it probably won't. It'll fluctuate between that $350 billion market cap and the $500 billion market cap. So if that were the case, it would be sitting at around 2.5, right? 2, roughly, just under $200 per SHIBs at that point. And how fast can that happen? Depends on how fast people are willing to, the exchanges are willing to buy and get into it as soon as possible so they can start maximizing their profitability because there should be a fight for the golden goose, and that's SHIB. Everybody should be fighting over SHIB. There shouldn't be a single exchange out there that isn't going to be fighting over SHIB on a massive scale. And that's the whole driver of SHIB. Because what happens is the exchanges start buying it. That means that they're going to start promoting it. And they might even promote this channel. And then this channel gets 700,000 views instantly. 700,000K. 1.5 million viewers a day. That's what I'm expecting from this raffle draw, is to increase the awareness. And it helps them increase their volume, increasing their profit, increasing SHIB's price. Win-win situation for every single person on the planet. No one should get left behind. Everybody should be astronomically ecstatic about SHIB's future, and your future, and your friend's future, and your friend's future, and everybody in the world's future. It should be just exacerbated throughout the entire system of how this is going to pan out for them. And this is why we talk about it, because we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to become extremely wealthy, because it's a guaranteed investment. When you think about it, it is guaranteed. You're constantly reducing circulating supply, increasing to more and more demand. That takes a massive following. And that's the truth of it. I'm Will, your host of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. I want everyone out there to have a great, wonderful evening. I'm sorry that I'm late coming on to talk about it, but with only 3 views on the website, I'm safe. And 1 person watching me, that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching and taking the chance taking the opportunity to come in and say hi. Thank you. Massive love shout out to you, whoever you are. Gabriel, Leah, Jason M, Ethan M. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great, wonderful evening, guys. Bye for now. I'm gonna rock you out. God bless everyone on the planet. Jesus came with one message. That one message was that he is King, that he is your Savior, Lord, in grace. That his message was for the entire world. Let there be no mistake about it. Right? We always talk about John 3:16. Right? God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son as a sacrificial lamb for the sins of the world. Amen, brother. Amen, sister. Love everybody, right? Live long and prosper, every single one of you. Have a great and wonderful night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are in the world. And this is Will, your host, saying so long for now. Take good care. Be a good shepherd. Good night.